a performance, an aerial show for this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will.
He's going to take a shot. Snags it on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about.
Illegal forward pass.
You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Washington. Grabbed in the middle, it's Webb. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Trying play action. It's caught, and they're able to get him down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a bit...
It's a running room. Oh, what a cut! He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. They used those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. Powers forward. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland!
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Delaware's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Brown will throw it. Pulls it in, it's Brown. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. The Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go back to the ground. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard.
Turning on the Jets. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Ready to fire from the pistol. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I wonder if the receiver heard footsteps on that play. Defender, very, very close, but you'd like to see your wide receiver haul that in.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man quickly. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And the Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Blue Hens are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Give to the single back. Shakes off the defender. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run play action. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Terrapins want to move quickly.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Washington. Grabbed over the middle, it's Webb. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. That's reeled in, it's Webb. The Terrapins get the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. On the ground, it's Humphrey. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Unloads quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. And the Terrapins started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
To the air, it's Washington. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Terrapins!
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his third receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. No return coming, he'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
All right, trying to attack the middle of the field on that in route. Nice job putting his foot in the ground. He didn't telegraph where he was going. He was open. He's just got to make the catch.
Quarterback making checks. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Blue Hens will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the returner will be brought down. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Off the play fake on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's McLaurin. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. So now it's second and long. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
The Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Snagged in the middle, it's Kelly. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Delaware.
And the Blue Hens will bring the punt team onto the field.
To kick it away.
He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Right down the middle. He's got it. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he got away from the defense and takes it. Touchdown, Maryland! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Blue Hens will call on their punt team. He's got it. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Kick is in the air. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. He's in open space downfield. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
And the Blue Hens send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Pressure coming. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Humphrey. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last. And the ball's out, and they're after it. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
And And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Humphrey. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. Make sure that there's not going to be a return. This one ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Blue Hens trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Got it in the middle. It's Kelly. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put toe together and get this second half started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Tight end finds a soft spot. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Blue Hens line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab. It's Humphrey. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No fair catches here, looking for room. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Going to try to get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. The Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass pro.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offense, man, here in the second half, they give up another sack, and they're just not as crisp. Like first half, it felt like they were in a good rhythm. Nice job by this defense. After half, coming out with some adjustments that has confused this offense.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He can't make the connection. Complete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Sends it back in motion. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. They boot it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. On the run, it's Humphrey. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Looking to throw, it's Washington. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Makes the grab. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. It's caught. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
It's complete to the right. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thomas. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Dances away to buy time. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Blue Hens!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He'll be brought down, but he was... everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Blue Hens come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Using his feet to buy time. Right on the money. Oh, a lot of space. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. The RPO, it's complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. And the Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. It's complete. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Jukes his way for more. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Ferguson. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Intercepted deep in his own end.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
A strike downfield. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers.
There he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back gets the give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Terrapins, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quarterback on the keeper. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.